Hey guys, this is Whatcha Vlogs, and today we have my tutorial on how to make an amplifier for your airsoft AEG. Hope you enjoy the video. Hey guys, I know I've done one of these before, but for the most part it was a pretty good design, but after testing in the field and dropping the gun it was on, I figured it was time to try this out again. This time, instead of using electrical tape as our shimming or spacing for the silencer onto our flash hider, we're going to try black duct tape. So just a very small change, but I'm hoping that is a very good change. So basically I'm just going to go through the steps of cutting our PVC, fitting it onto our flash hider, and pretty much that's all it's going to be. But it's always good to show a tutorial. Usually parts list, you're going to need PVC, some way to measure your PVC, of course a spare orange plastic flash hider, that way you're not wasting a good flash hider, and your tape, which is of course black duct tape. No preference on brand, as that is just a $3 roll. So usually I would tell you to use PVC cutters to be clean, but since our PVC is 1.5 inches in the inner diameter, it's too big. So I'm gonna go ahead, stop the video, and we're gonna go cut this on a table saw. Move it. Okay guys, yeah, it's a little bright outside, but we've cut our PVC amplifier now. Now I'm just gonna take some 220 grit. I'm gonna file it down. And I'm just going to do this for a couple seconds, go off camera, show you the grit, or show you the texture of it after we're done with this, and then we're just going to use a sanding sponge, which is probably close to a 450. Okay guys, so here is the amplifier now. Did the 220 sand, now I'm going to do the sponge, which is this guy. I'd say it's roughly a 400 to 500 grit. I know it's a 300 to 400, but it's pretty fine. So essentially, just going to do the same thing. As you see now, there's no none of the things that was on it before, like none of the markings. But I'm just going to roughly go over it with a sponge. Nothing special. Just get it nice and gritty. That way, that paint will stay. Okay, guys. So as you can see the colors there. I was painting, since I don't have black, and I figured that since I have OD rail covers on the gun I'm putting this on, I'll go ahead and paint this OD. So yeah, you can see that. Okay, so essentially I'm just going to paint. It's Krylon Satin Touch. It's not for plastic, so I sanded the amplifier itself down just a little bit more, and this should turn out pretty good. So let's see what I can do. Okay guys, so here is the finished painting. I did 2 coats of that olive drab looking color, and then I did a couple of little streaks of brown, and then did one more olive drab over that, just to give it a little bit of a dirty looking tint to it. So here's the flash hider. Being that it's on my Aries LMG, positive threading or clockwise threading, not really important for the video, but just showing you here is the problem we run into, of course, when you make these amplifiers. So to make this thicker, to have a nice tug fit into the amplifier itself, what we do, we wrap it in some type of tape. This time we will be using duct tape instead of electrical tape. So I find it's good to do this as big as pieces as possible, and since for the first couple of wraparounds you're not going to get anywhere close to what you need it to be. So you're just gonna kind of roughly see where you need to rip your tape off at. Because you don't want it to overlap. So now I'm gonna rip it right there. Or I'm just gonna mark it with my finger. So that's basically what I did. Nothing too crazy. And I'm just gonna keep rolling it off. And I'm gonna tear. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video and you'll see what it looks like with some of the tape on it. Okay, so I have improved my method of applying the tape. As you see, I just pre-rip it off the roll. As you can see, that very small section, it's only like 6-7 millimeter stick. And I'm just rolling it right on. That way I don't mess it up. As you see, I'm already getting pretty thick. I'm more than halfway done. So just trying to update you here. I'm gonna stop and keep going. Or I'm gonna stop the video and keep going. Okay guys, so just kind of focusing in there. This is what I've got. I went ahead and ripped it off here. I haven't tested it yet or checked it. So that is the end that's gonna be towards the front. So here's the back end. That's where we want our flash hider to go. And as you see, I made it slightly too big. It's always good to go a little bit too big instead of a little bit too light. That way, you know, you've got you're just tearing off from the huge roll instead of putting on a very smaller piece. So there you go. Just tearing off little bits at a time. Doesn't work, and do it again. And funnily enough, you could probably use this as backup duct tape on the field if you really just wanted to, you know, say forget a flash hider. Kind of tore off a big piece there. Let's see how it fits though. Still not okay. There we go. Yes, that's actually a pretty good fit. So I'm just going to take off one more small piece, and then for our permanent attaching, we're going to put on some Gorilla Glue onto the outside of this. That way it kind of, like, in a way, it's going to act as a lubricant to help us slide it in some, and then once we have it set in, it's not going to come out again. So there we go. That's what the back of the flash hider looks like. So essentially we are done now. If y'all want to tidy up the back, you know, put like some weird looking washer to cover up the tape, preferably rubber, you could do that, but I'm not going to do that for the time being. Let's go ahead and see how this looks on the gun. And to tell y'all the truth, I probably don't need the Gorilla Glue right now because that's staying in. You see, I'm pushing on the barrel. That's going to be good to go. We don't have to worry about that. Okay, so let's see our before and after sound difference on my Aries LMG. Okay guys, so overall the rifle is pretty loud with this on. Just one more time. Definitely makes a huge difference. I'm glad I took the time to make this amplifier. This is the first one. I will potentially be making another one for the Macro 9. I'm not too sure yet, as I did cut down the inner barrel and the silencer to make it a shorter gun, but of course, who knows. It turned out really good on the Aries LMG though. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all want to see another shooting test of this, go check it out on What You're Looking At. This first video will be up here on What You Vlogs. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm out.